5:30 committee meeting. We have Dr. Karen Peterson with Hendricks College, who would like to speak to the council about what an entertainment district would look like on the Hendricks campus. Dr. Peterson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. It's lovely to be here this evening, and I appreciate the time and attention from City Council and from my fellow Conwegians. We are here for a proposal to establish an entertainment district in the green space in the center of the village. I am going to introduce one of my colleagues to talk a little bit about the details, and then I will close us at the end with some thoughts about what this means for Hendricks and for Conway. So to go through some of the details, Mr. Rock Jones is here. He's a special assistant to the president working with me and also a resident of the village across the street. Next slide, please.
Thank you, President Peterson, Mr. Mayor, and thank you all. I'll be very brief. We just want to talk a little bit about the logistics of how we envision this happening. We envision this as an ongoing entertainment district, not a particular day of the year, but throughout the year, hours 11 to 11, serving stops at 10, although nothing is open that late at this point. In terms of enforcement, this is, part of the city, so Conway, the police department has responsibility, but also we have students living in the village in the upper levels of the buildings on the Market Square, so our public safety does patrol the village as a part of its work, providing an environment that is safe for our students. We have La Pista. We want to thank the Castros for being here this evening. They have provided a terrific addition to the village, and they are very supportive. You're welcome to ask them questions if you'd like to get their thoughts on this. Roost and Tap is going to move into the spot where the Panera Bakery was. They're pending a license. I talked to the folks at Purple Cow last week, and they told me that they are going to be pursuing a liquor license. They also are very supportive of the opportunity for an entertainment district in the village. So we have a lot of energy and interest among the tenants in our restaurant spaces, and we look forward to what this could mean. Just in terms of logistics, the license holders will be responsible for compliance within their facilities. They're also responsible for ordering the cups and the wristbands from the city that will be used. Next slide, please. You can see the map of the village. To the left is when you come off of Harkrider at the roundabout into the village. The area in green would be the entertainment district. Its student housing is specifically included. That's the upper levels of the buildings where the restaurants are located. The village at Hendricks, which is essentially a wholly owned subsidiary of Hendricks College, will be responsible for marking the boundaries and overseeing that part of the work as well. So those are some of the logistical details. The president will tell you the why we think this is important for the village, and more importantly, why we think this is important for the city of Conway.
Great, thank you, Rock. I appreciate that. And of course, you have all this information in your packet as well. So if you've heard me speak anywhere at any point in the last 2.5 years, you know I love Conway. It did not take me long to fall in love with Conway. It's not just the roundabouts, which I also love and adore. It's the fact that this is a city that comes together, in my opinion, to make life better for residents. And one of the things that I'm interested in as the president of Hendricks College is ensuring that Conway is the kind of place where students want to come to attend any of one of the 3 institutions and want to stay. And we know, based on the research that we did, our own research, independent of the research that the Chamber of Commerce has done, that arts, entertainment, and outdoor recreation are very important to young people in terms of drawing them to Conway, but also keeping them here after they graduate. And for us, enhancing the appeal of the area around campus, which includes the village, it's technically part of campus, but it is an adjacent neighborhood, the Markham Street corridor, all of these places, and making them more livable, more fun, honestly, is an important part of enhancing Conway's appeal. It also opens up the possibility of Conway becoming a destination. So people would come from out of town to Conway to experience many of the different amenities we have, dine at the village, walk around at the village market, enjoy the opportunity to be in the city, and of course we hope spend money and raise sales tax revenue for you guys to run the government. So we see this as an opportunity to enhance a part of campus that had a grand vision 20-some years ago when it was developed, has a tremendous amount of potential, has faltered a little bit over the last 5 to 7 years and is now coming back to life. And this is an important part of ensuring that we can create an environment that draws visitors to Conway and makes it feel lively when parents and students come visit. I'm happy to answer questions. Rock is happy to answer questions. And we also have our restaurant tenants here as well. So happy to take any questions from you.
I have several general questions to this one and entertainment districts in general. Can we go back to the picture of the boundaries? All right. And by the way, I'm 100% for this. I just want to make sure we do this as easily and cost as effectively as possible for everyone involved. Felicia, help me here. And maybe the street is the connector. If that yellow line is the hard line, how do they get from Purple Cow or Roost and Tap into the yellow area? Do they quickly walk across the street?
Yes, they can just walk, they can just enter into the entertainment district. So the property boundaries is the property that Hendricks, the village of Hendricks has. The street is our right of way, but that's inclusive of the entertainment district.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yes.
I just want to make sure.
And if we need to draw it
You
up.
can walk into Roost and Tap, get your wristband, get your cup, and walk back out into the center green area.
Correct.
Okay, I just want to make sure that's, okay.
Yes.
All right, now, are we going to require Conway Police there 12 hours every day, all day?
No.
I got a question about
Why
that.
not?
Yeah, do your officers have the restability at Hendricks?
They do not. What we would do whenever we're having a special event, such as homecoming, and we expect there to be more than the normal amount of people that you would have on a Tuesday night at the restaurants, we would be responsible for ensuring extra security, hiring extra officers for an event where we expect a lot of people in attendance. We don't expect a lot of people to be in attendance at a normal Tuesday night. We have some patio chairs and fire pits that sit out there in the green space that we expect people might want to use on a routine evening, but this is not a big party space.
The only thing I got, I'm sorry. The only question I got, we require them to have police, and this is on your campus, but you want us to police it, but you're not gonna require us to have police up there?
Well, this is part of, it's not part of the proper campus, it's part of the city, and the reason that we patrol this is because we have students living above the commercial districts. So we patrol the area of the commercial district of the village only because students are living there. And the city patrols this entire neighborhood as part of its routine patrol.
Well, I'm for it too, but we need to do just like we did.
Well, but I'm going to go the opposite direction. We need to be a little looser on the going downtown. I don't think we need police out here 24/7 for this. And I think what we're doing for the one downtown is a little overkill. I think it's restricting the use of it because by the time you pay 2 off-duty police officers, the overtime plus the lot fee for 4 hours, you ain't making any profit. So people aren't doing it. So we've got to revisit the downtown. That's a separate issue since we're talking about it. We can talk about it. But this one's fine just like it is to me without extra police presence, except for events like you described.
Exactly. So for special events, there will be that requirement that there's a large number of people for security.
For Art Walk, for example, and God love them, I've seen the 2 officers out there are sitting there twiddling their thumbs, and I'm not knocking them. There's nothing for them to do, but we're requiring the people to pay to have them out there when they're not needed. And so I think we need to be more flexible on events, on how long they last. I mean, our work's over 8 o'clock. So
I remember correctly, y'all, this wasn't for a profit when y'all were putting this in proposal. It wasn't for y'all to make a profit, it's to draw people downtown.
We'd like to make some money, but yeah, drawing people downtown, give them an opportunity.
You said, I can't make money with the police out there. So which one is it?
Well, I mean, worth our while, and I'm talking about the road roundabout specifically, we're the only ones who've done it yet for Art Walk. Oh, it's worth our while to do it. I'm just saying when you pay 2 officers 4 hours of overtime pay, that starts to make you wonder whether or not it is worth it.
It was the only thing, and I'm not gonna vote against it, but listen, if something happens, don't have police there to break it up. They can arrest somebody what's the consequence? What's the circumstance?
Well, I fully understand.
And if you don't have them there, and they not in this area, that thing get hard. And you got good people out there, but you got some people that drink and they go way left. And I've seen it. And that's the only thing I'm saying. If we're gonna do it, let's do it. But let's make it safe for everybody.
Yeah, well, Art Walk's pretty safe, but I do understand what you're saying, yeah.
I'm probably dancing in the same area they are, and more the question, and I'm also fully supportive of this at the Village at Hendricks, to be clear. The meeting where the entertainment district downtown was approved was the last meeting in 2024. So I was in Mr. Elsinger's seat that night, not on the council. So it wasn't what we did, it was what y'all did. I'm trying to remember, did we make a promise to say that as long as there was an entertainment district, that we were going to require there be an officer anytime a permit was issued?
For the downtown entertainment district.
But we didn't bake something into what that was gonna look like in the future. Basically, what I'm making sure here is that we're not going back on what we promised our citizens.
The ordinance is specific for the downtown entertainment district.
Okay.
So that's why we're bringing a new
He's saying it's
ordinance.
not a timeline. Is that what you asking?
Say that again,
You
Mr.
said
Jones.
it's not time specific, right? You asked, did we say it was gonna be like that?
I basically saying, I couldn't remember the exact procedure of how we established that, or how y'all established that, excuse me, and was making sure that we didn't say, okay, citizens, entertainment district will happen, here's what it will look like. And if that was specific just to downtown and not to the village, and we're not, going left, and we said we were gonna go right, I'm okay with that.
The first ordinance is specific to the downtown entertainment district.
Okay.
So they
So-
will all have their
They all stand
own
alone
names. So they'll-
separately.
There
they'll
wasn't an
only-
ordinance that established, here's how we're gonna do entertainment district, and a separate said, here's how we're gonna do it downtown. There was one that said, here's establishing entertainment
The
district
downtown
downtown, and this essentially supersedes that. I'm sorry, that's not the right thing to say. This is a separate area, we're passing our own in.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
then I'm clear and have no issue.
Okay.
One other question. If something happened to someone up there, since you're saying it's Conway's jurisdiction, but it's on Hendricks Capitals, who's liable for it?
I assume it would operate like any other property in the city limits. And so if there's an issue, we call Conway City Police.
No, I'm saying if something happened to someone up there, is Conway responsible for him, or is Hendricks responsible for him?
I don't know the answer to that question.
This is in the city limits one way.
Right.
I say that is not owned by Hendricks. It's owned by individual people that have individual houses there. My thought is it's part of the city of Conway.
Conway.
Well,
That's my thought.
since you're bringing this up, Faulkner County is over the whole thing,
Okay.
right? So should they have a say in this? I'm trying to find out who's gonna be liable. If somebody gets shot up there, are they gonna be mad at Conway or Hendricks?
I understand the concern. I question if we had a pattern of issues with people drinking and making a mess in town or in these areas, I would be more concerned about it. What happens if somebody gets shot on Washington on any day, right? Like, I'm making sure, and I don't disagree with you, right? Like, I agree that we need to look out for safety and liability, and it's fair to ask that question. I don't know that allowing someone to have a drink in the yard out there highly exacerbates or increases the likelihood of there being a real issue, is all I'm saying.
Well, I think we just had some issues, people drinking and shooting.
Fair. And I appreciate the concern.
And I don't know, I guess I'm a lot different. I think me working with the sheriff's department ruined me a lot because I see how easily things can go left or right. And I see it's a lot of bad people out there and you can't look at them and tell.
Yeah.
Don't have a deterrence, it's gonna happen.
Say these traffic in that regular basis, President.
Well, our public safety patrols that area as part of its regular patrols because students live above the commercial district. But because it's the city of Conway, Conway Police Department also patrols, I assume, in the village as part of their routine patrol of all city streets. Those are city streets. So I'm assuming that Conway PD also patrols there.
That's what I would have thought as well. And
We can run this by Mr. Finkenbinder and get his thought. Bill, I don't want to draw you into a fight you didn't come right. Do you have any thoughts on that? Mr. Bethay is an attorney, and if Brett doesn't want you to answer, it's okay. Okay.
Just restating for our friends
Thank you,
online, in the audience, he said that he didn't see an issue there, and we're talking about a very small area of Hendricks. Just for our friends that are watching online, that's what you missed.
And just like with the downtown entertainment district, we also wanted to look at that, like in a year. And so maybe with this, we can look at it 6 months or a year, come back, give a quick update on how the district is doing, running the hours that they're running, and then the type of security they're running. So maybe we can just have a quick update in 6 months.
I think to what you just said, since we established the district, we have the right to amend it at any time we want to. Okay, so if this turns out to be a problem, we can amend it.
Well, and right now, like when Hendricks has homecoming, the police department's aware of that, right?
Sure.
So they would know if there were bigger events or things happening there.
Those would require additional security
Right,
from CPD,
right,
so they
right.
would reach out to us on those.
Well, I would think that that we've got a patrol officer out near Walmart in that area, Lowe's and everything else that's out there. We just add this little roundabout to for patrol, and a couple of times an evening.
That is Chief Harris out there if we want to
We
tag him
can
in.
lure him in. He's like, no.
Well, while Chief is walking up here, I have one more question, and this may be a non-starter, and y'all tell me to shut up and move on if you want. But when I'm thinking about when I would use this, we are big fans of your restaurant, Mr. Castro, and find ourselves there often. When I think about, I don't see myself buying a cocktail and going and sitting outside. I see myself and my friends buying a bucket of mimosas on a Sunday and go sitting outside and enjoying that. That wouldn't be permissible based on what we have here, if I understand correctly. Also, we might become the problem that Mr. Jones is worried about after that.
Chief Harris, could you come up to the mic, please? Alderman Jones has some thoughts. Alderman Jones has some thoughts he'd like to run by you, as does some of the other council.
Okay, they are proposing an entertainment district like we got here up on Hendricks campus. All they have is security, just regular security, not armed, can't arrest anybody. So my question was, if something happens up there, who's responsible for it? The city or Hendricks? And
Well, usually I find out when you have security, what they end up doing is being just like every other citizen and call 911. So it's one of those things I think we would still get called anyway. If they don't have any arrest authority and a crime's being committed, technically, we would need to be there. So my opinion is the same as it is downtown. If you're going to have an event, have officers working.
Chief Harris, one of the other questions that came up is Hendricks Village is part of your normal patrol area. Yeah, that was, people wanted to make sure.
Yeah, and usually, and what I mean by that, so it was like all those years ago when Walmart, they would have security. And they would drive around in a little car with the yellow light on. And if they saw something, what they would do is call the police department. So it's just like any other citizen. So that's why sometimes when you have security, you get into a bigger mess.
That makes sense on process for me. I still don't think it answers Mr. Jones' question of who is liable. If something happens, is it Hendricks's problem? Is it the city's problem? Or is it who pulled the trigger's problem? I don't know.
That's probably a city attorney, but my thing is whoever's hosting something, they have some culpability and all that.
But if we do this as what's suggested here, which is an open district that is not event-driven as the ones downtown are, but rather just a blanket from the hours, I think it was 11 a to 10 p, if I remember. It's not an event, it's just a normal day.
And that would be up to the council to approve that, and then it would be you know, within the parameters. So yeah, I mean, we would still have to be called if something.
I think, I understand that it's ours to approve, but I also understand Mr. Jones' question of who is liable if something happens.
And I think, I'm not speaking for you, Mr. Jones, but I think the question started with, well, we require this for downtown Conway, then why aren't we requiring it for that? Is that fair?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to find out. If it's city or they had to do it. So is it in the city or are they gonna get something special for it because it's not for the city, it's for Hendricks? They had to do the same thing. Why don't they? If we got the same jurisdiction as they do over them, why it's not the same thing?
Very fair question.
It's like Mr. Jones had a thought. Sorry, Mr. Jones in
And
the
I think
audience.
for the downtown entertainment district, when we first started, I think we wanted to see how it would work. And so that was the best way for us to kind of see how it would work. We didn't have one restaurant or one entity that was, interested in a entertainment district. I think it was everyone was interested in an open district, just the way Hendricks would be. But it was a start. So a start was to start off with event based to see how we run it, the process, kind of getting us in the groove. And we have found some pros and cons to how it is currently, how we currently do it. But it's been great. I will say that we've had events since we passed it. We've not had any issues. We've had the art walk, but we've also had the birthday party for the city of Conway, which drew one of the biggest crowds for art walk. And we did have security there, but we did not have any issues. So it's been great. But again, it was based on event based because that was a good way for the city to start. No particular, no one asked for an
I
open
got
district.
two questions. And like I said, this is a good idea. I just want security there. How many different restaurants have you had do this downtown?
Participate. So we've had one for every art walk, and then for the birthday party, we had 2 restaurants participate. And there is a cost for them to participate, and so that could be the deterrent when you say being a part of an event. So
I do think that each district can stand on its own. Now, all right, we did it this way to learn from it, and we have learned from it. Each district can and should stand on its own. And you'll have 3 restaurants that were involved. It'd be different if there was 30. You have to look at the area. It's a very small area, 3 restaurants. Having 2 police officers there 12 hours a day, 7 days a week is just not feasible for anybody. It's not feasible for us. So I don't have a problem with this the way it's set up, but we can always tweak it.
Well, I think with the earlier conversation, now might be a year's time for us to kind of debrief about how the event-based downtown has worked because, ideally what I envision is ultimately, whether it's event-based or open, that between downtown Markham Street to Hendricks becomes a corridor, an improved corridor. We should look at how it's worked, if we've had issues. What are the costs? What do we need to tweak?
Y'all look at me like I'm that guy.
You're not.
I do remember.
Please.
I do remember when we started talking about this, all of us just in our offices downtown, we said we got to move really slow on this. And I think that's probably was our starting place, and we're just kind of learning as we go.
See how it works, yeah.
So far, it's worked great.
I can assure you
Not a
if-
lot. It hadn't worked a whole lot, but it's worked great when it has worked.
If we can get Esmeralda out there to
Yeah.
to
That's what
run
we need.
run bouncer for us, we're good.
I was hoping you was just going to have the mimosa cart out there on the lawn.
I mean, we certainly have no interest in having problems or issues in this space, and if we do, we'll be back in front of you very quickly to amend this. So that's, we have a shared interest in a space that is calm and enjoyable.
So that right now is the committee meeting where we ask questions, yes, and then it's on the agenda as for us to approve. But theoretically, Mr. Finkenbinder will be here for the council meeting?
He will.
Okay, so we can iron out the liability question, and then other than that, it's a green light for me.
Any other questions for Dr. Peterson?
Chief Harris has a question.
It just and I walked in on the tail end of this. So if it's like, the restaurant, somebody's walking outside and a couple is there and have, that's different. Where was more concerned if we're having events, bringing a large gathering.
Right.
So if we're talking about restaurants and then somebody standing outside with a glass of wine, we're not concerned. I'm
And,
not concerned about
President
that.
Peterson said, if, like for homecoming, big events, they would
Yeah.
hire, they would
Yeah,
have.
if you're drawing a large crowd, then yes. And then,
Then
but if
that's
this is, Tuesday night and somebody's going to eat dinner and sitting outside or whatever, then that's not really that concerning.
And Dr. Peterson specifically mentioned that this area, it isn't set up to host a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
There's a few chairs, a fire pit. You gonna come light the fire pit for me? Okay.
If there's no more questions, we'll take a 5-minute break. We will start at 6:05. Bill Bethay, thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone. We proceed each council meeting with a word of prayer and the pledge of allegiance. If you'd like, please feel free to join us. Mr. Hawk, could I ask you to bless us?
Father, we thank you for today. We thank you for the opportunity to be here. And Lord, I thank you for this wonderful city that you have blessed us with. Father, I pray that you will hold your hands over this meeting and guide and protect this city as you have for all these years. Lord, we pray all this in Christ's holy name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'll call this meeting to order. Ms. Hurd, would you take the roll, please?
Mr. Hawkins?
Here.
Mr. Grimes?
Here.
Mr. Spurgers?
Here.
Ms. Mel?
Here.
Mr. Hawks?
Here.
Mr. Jones?
Here.
Ms. Isby?
Here.
All righty, you should have received a copy of the October 28, 2025 City Council meeting minutes. Any corrections, changes, or comments?
Make a motion for approval as submitted.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the October 28, 2025 City Council minutes. No further discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes 7-0. First up tonight, we have the Economic Development Committee, and first up is consideration to approve the waiving of all three readings for the ordinances and read title only. Second reading for ordinances B6, B7, B8, B9 on the October 11th City Council agenda.
Make a motion for waiving those readings.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to waive the three readings. Further discussion? Ms. Hurd.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Passes 7-0. 7-0, my bad. First up is an ordinance to approve and extend the lease for Conway Corporation to operate an electrical plant for the city of Conway. We have Mr. Carroll here tonight and Mr. Wilburn, is that correct? Hey, Brett.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. Yeah, Mr. Wilburn would typically be here for these kinds of things, but I told him I thought we could handle it. And really, all we're doing is extending our franchise and lease both for electric and telecom for 10 years. And the reason for that, we have been talking about a couple of projects that we're focused on. One, of course, is the combined cycle natural gas plant that we'll be building. The other is converting all of our HFC plant to fiber. So we'll be doing fiber throughout the city. And so those two projects, we're going to have to borrow some money to do that. And, bondholders like to make sure they get paid back for the money that we owe them. And so bond councils like to make sure that the term of franchise and lease agreements are coterminous or at least longer than the bonds that you're borrowing to pay off. So anyway, so that's our ask tonight. And I know there's 4 different things here, but the story is the same for both electric and telecom in all those cases. So, but I'd be happy to entertain any questions that you guys might have about any of those 4 ordinances.
I don't have any questions, Brett, but I would like to say,
Yes.
there's a lot of great things that make Conway attractive, but I've always said this, Conway Corporation is the goose that laid the golden egg in Conway. You and your staff and your people do a tremendous job. Our utilities are very, very reasonable in this city. I don't think my lights have been off in the last 10 years, so. I do like to point out, and Brett, did y'all know Brett gets free electricity at his house? For those of you watching on TV, that's a running joke that Mr. Carroll and I have. He does not get free electricity. But Conway Corporation is just a tremendous asset to the city, and we are where we are today because of Conway Corporation.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. There are 260 people dedicated to serving our customers well every day. And so we make mistakes because we're human beings, but we try to learn from those, and we try to do as good as we can to achieve our mission and serve our customers well. So thank you for saying that. I appreciate it.
Also, back to you.
Make a motion for adoption of the ordinance.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to adopt this ordinance to extend the lease for Conway Corporation to operate the electrical plant for the city of Conway. Any further discussion? Ms. Hurd.
Mr. Spurgers?
Aye.
Mr. Hawkins?
Yes.
Ms. Mel?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Hawks?
Yes.
Ms. Isby?
Yes.
Mr. Grimes?
Aye.
What number was that, Ms. Hurd?
At
Oh.
93.
02593.
That passes 7-0. Next is an ordinance to approve and extend the franchise for Conway Corporation to operate a telecommunication plant for the city of Conway.
Good for you to say.
Yeah, I had trouble with that. Questions? for
Hey,
Mr.
could I,
Carroll?
Mayor, just a point of clarification, do you have to approve those in order? Because I
do
think
not know.
the first one is,
We jumped one.
We skipped two, didn't we?
Yes.
yeah,
Which one did I skip?
the lease
A2.
for the electric department. Was the franchise for electric, lease for electric, franchise for telecommunications, and the lease for telecommunications. I mean, I know what I'm talking about, but I thought we might have skipped one.
We had,
Which one is first?
we had A2.
The number 3 was read first,
Okay.
rather than number 2.
Where are we, Mr. Carroll?
Let's go
back to
let's go
A2.
back to 2 if we could, to A2,
Right.
if
In the
that would be
franchise of
okay.
Conway Corporation to operate the electrical plant for the city of Conway?
Yes,
Okay.
that'll put us back in order.
But that's 83, right? I mean, 93, right?
It'll be
The other-
94.
This will be 94. Number 2 will.
Yes.
Council, I'll take a motion.
So moved.
Second?
Have a motion and a second to adopt this ordinance to approve and extend the franchise of Conway Corporation to operate electrical plant for the city of Conway, Arkansas. Any further discussion? Ms. Hurd?
Mr. Grimes?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Ms. Mel?
Aye.
Mr. Spurgers?
Aye.
Mr. Hawks?
Yes.
Ms. Isby?
Yes.
Mr. Hawkins?
Yes.
That passes 7-0. Now we're on telecommunications, correct? All right. Any
Yes.
questions of Mr. Carroll?
Does not.
Say about fiber.
Yeah, so the basis of this, the money we're going to borrow is to convert our hybrid fiber coax plant to fiber throughout the city of Conway.
That's going to involve a lot of pulling and.
A lot of work, yeah. Our plan is to do that over the next 3 years. Yeah, yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mr. Carroll, just because I think it could be of interest to our friends watching online.
Yeah.
When we discussed this some months ago, I believe your plan was to not have a light switch from coax to fiber, but basically say, okay, as project date starts here, when something coax breaks, we're not fixing it. We're pulling fiber at that
That's right.
point from the street.
That's right.
And so we kind of have a slow roll here
That's right.
to get fiber everywhere that we have coax now.
That's right. There's not going to be, an effort to make people convert, but obviously, if an issue arises, then we'll go out there and make that change when that happens. It'll be fiber to the curb, I guess is a better way to describe it, and then from the curb, then we'll get it to the home. But ultimately, it's fiber throughout. So, yeah, we're not going to force anybody to change, but when we have issues that we need to resolve, and we're out there anyway, that's when we're going to make that conversion to get it to the home. Does that answer your
Yeah,
question?
it
Drew?
does. And I'm just
Okay.
curious, for those of us that are fiber eager, can we opt in sooner, or do we just need to take a shovel to something when y'all aren't looking?
It may be, you may have fiber in your area already, I'm not sure, but we're gonna be, of course, got a great marketing communications team, so we're gonna be letting people know when fiber is available, and if you want it, then, we can certainly get it. If you request it, we can certainly get it to you. If the fiber is already there, if it's already there to the curb. Yes, sir.
Well, and we have converted, and I think a number of people in my neighborhood have.
Oh, okay,
And it's,
great.
it's painless, and they
Yeah.
are so careful. It happens in just a
And so much
couple
more
hours,
reliable.
you know,
Yeah,
once the fiber's there.
thank you. Yes, sir.
I would make a motion for the adoption of ordinance, which I believe is 02595. Is that right?
Correct.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve and extend the franchise for the Conway Corporation to operate a telecommunications plant for the city of Conway. Any further discussion? Ms. Hurd?
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Ms. Mel?
Aye.
Ms. Isby?
Yes.
Mr. Hawks?
Yes.
Mr. Spurgers?
Aye.
Mr. Grimes?
Aye.
Mr. Hawkins?
Yes.
That passes 7-0. And finally, we have an ordinance to approve and extend the lease for Conway Corporation to operate a telecommunications plant, I did it again, Drew, for the city of Conway.
No additional feedback. I'd make a motion for the adoption of the ordinance 025-96.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve and extend the lease for Conway Corporation to operate a telecommunication plant for the city of Conway. Any further discussion?
I just want to make you say telecommunications again.
Boy, I'm struggling. Ms. Hurd.
Mr. Hawks?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Ms. Mel?
Aye.
Mr. Hawkins?
Yes.
Mr. Grimes?
Aye.
Mr. Spurgers?
Aye.
Ms. Isby?
Yes.
That passes 7-0. Thank you, Mr. Carroll.
Thank you. Well, and, you know, I would just say that, you know, the comments that you made earlier, it is truly a partnership between Common Corp and the city of Conway. And so we appreciate you, the support that we get from you guys, and it's truly a partnership, and it's one that I greatly appreciate. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brett.
Next up, we have the Community Development. Mr. Hawkins, it's all you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First item on this portion of the agenda is an ordinance to approve establishment of an entertainment district in the village at Hendricks. And we talked about this at our meeting at 5:30. And are there any, do we need any questions answered at this point in time?
I think we ought to run the one question by Mr. Finkenbinder.
I think that's probably a good idea.
Mr. Finkenbinder, should Hendricks College be approved for this entertainment district, and they do not have law enforcement full-time like they do if they have an event downtown, you know, district, or the district in the downtown area. If there is an incident on their property, is the city responsible, since Conway PD will be patrolling that area, or does liability fall on Hendricks College? Did I explain that correctly?
I believe so. Mr. Jones, does that speak to your question?
So so that I'm clear, the question is liable for injuries or damages between private individuals?
Yes. So say that Shelley and I go out and have drinks at the village, and she mouths off, and I get a little hacked, and, you know, throw some
And I
punches or
deck
shots
him.
or
And
something.
Shelley knocks you
And I
out?
deck him.
That's what would happen, yes. Shelley would deck me, right? Is Hendricks responsible? Is the city responsible?
Who would the party sue, the city or Hendricks?
So hypothetically, if that happened, no, the city's not liable. All cities in Arkansas are immune by state law from negligence suits, which is what this would be, that the city failed to protect you from Miss Mel, even though we knew that she was dangerous.
And we do.
That's a state law. That's a state law that applies to every city in Arkansas.
Pending that, I have no further concerns.
I got one question. Actually, I'm for it 100%. Are we gonna require them to have police when we don't require them? I mean, when we require them, we're not gonna require them. That's all I wanna know.
Yeah, I want to make sure I understand your question. Are we not going to require the entertainment district at Hendricks to have police when we do require the same for the downtown entertainment district? Understood. I don't know who the authority is on that, but I think
I don't know either. That's
the
what I'm
answer is
talking about.
no. I think this
No,
ordinance does not require that.
Except again for large events like they talked about, which would require police presence for a larger crowd, like homecoming or something, yeah. But in general, no.
We could get y'all to notify us in case, not only homecoming, but other things that might occur during the school or calendar year. Y'all put it on your calendar to notify us and let us know that. Notify the mayor's office. Mayor's office would be fine. And that way we could notify the police department that we'll have some additional people in town for that.
Dr. Peterson, do you mind to come up to the mic for our friends online?
So the question was, will we notify the mayor's office when we're going to have an event? And in order for them to notify Conway PD, and we'd be happy to do that. We also notify Conway PD directly if we're going to have a large crowd on campus anyway. And generally, when we hire Faulkner County off-duty sheriff's officers or Conway PD off-duty police officers for those events anyway, so they would have an awareness even beyond our typical notification.
I think Mr. Finkenbinder wants to bring something up.
Yeah, just under section 8, there's two things, and then section 9. One, the way this is written, I don't see any ability of the city to require anyone in the district to have extra officers or pay for extra police officers. I'm not saying they wouldn't. I'm just saying that it's not in there to give the city that authority to require it. The second thing, and this is just to point it out under the penalty section, it looks like they're strictly monetary penalties. There's nothing in here about further participation being restricted in any way for repeat violations. So that's just, not saying you can't do it, just pointing it out that it's just not in section 9.
I think one of the discussions we had during the committee meeting was that we would both parties would monitor this, and if we needed to make corrections to the ordinance, and that we would bring that back before the council.
Charles, the penalty section didn't change in the Hendricks Entertainment District. It's the same penalty in the original entertainment district that we passed, so we didn't change that. We left that.
Right, and I had the same issue with the first one. But there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, I have to point it out.
If you want us to add it, we can. You didn't, yeah. You can just send it to me. We can add it.
If it's the same as the downtown
It's the same as the
one,
original one. We
then
did, yeah, it's the
original.
same.
One other question, you say y'all do have Faulkner County over there working?
When we have events on campus where we require extra security, we will hire off-duty Faulkner County Sheriff's officers, and I assume also off-duty Conway PD, but I can't confirm we hire off-duty Conway PD, but I have definitely seen off-duty Faulkner County Sheriff's officers working on campus.
It says the mayor may authorize additional enforcement as needed for events on a case-by-case basis. Shelley, I'm gonna need to know whenever you're there.
So whenever I'm there with Drew. Yeah. I love La Pista.
Same, I just don't trust you to not get a little aggressive.
I know. Well, you know.
One final question. When does this go into effect?
So we did not do an emergency clause, so 30 days from the date of publication.
Before then.
What'd you say?
So we need it before then.
You need it before 30
You
days.
need it before then, President Peterson?
Need would be a strong word.
Okay. Like?
Sure. Happy to have it whenever it is most convenient for you to make it effective.
And I'll make a motion that we pass the ordinance and the emergency clause.
Second.
Yeah, I think the council might need to suspend the rules to add
the
that.
emergency
Do that.
clause. Yes.
Can do that.
I'll take a motion to suspend the rules.
So move.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to suspend the rules to add the emergency clause. Any further discussion?
Just before you take a vote, is there a description of the emergency? That would be a part of the ordinance.
Thursday night?
Same one that's in the other one?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
it would
it's
be
the
the
same
same
language
emergency.
we use with the others.
Okay.
Is that a sufficient answer?
But to declare an emergency for immediate passage requires that there actually be an emergency, something that the council finds action is necessary, and you can't wait for the 30 days. But it's up to the council. I'm just putting it out there.
Dr. Peterson, are there events in the village in the short term? Felicia, do we have cups ordered? Is this going to happen within 30 days anyways? You've got to order cups and wristbands, right?
Right.
So maybe we don't.
But I think that 30 days would be, I think it'll be fine.
I do too. I think
it'll be fine.
So-
I think the definition of emergency doesn't apply in this situation.
So
That's
maybe
fair.
Control Z on suspending the rules and go back to what was planned?
Go back to
Okay
the
with that.
original ordinance.
We had a motion and a second to approve, to adopt the emergency clause. All in favor, say aye.
Hold on.
All those
We
opposed?
decided
I know.
we-
I don't think that,
We had a
We're not
motion and a
doing-
second for the ordinance.
no
We
emergency.
did get a second,
Did not get a second.
did we not?
I think so. Not for the emergency
Are we
clause.
going
I think we did get a second. I
We did.
think it was just, we've now discussed the fact that there's not really an urgency to do it. So it would be voting on the ordinance
Yes, yes.
to approve the ordinance
Okay.
as is.
Or do
And
we
I-
need to
And there
vote
were-
no on the emergency?
Yeah, there were no
first?
positive.
We should vote no.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
change.
exactly. Yeah. All in favor, say aye.
Well,
All opposed?
No.
no.
Question, Mr. Hawkins. All right.
This is-
Now, we're back to our original ordinance.
Yes.
I make a motion for the adoption of the ordinance 02597.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to adopt this ordinance to approve an entertainment
They
district
did
for the
that
village
10
at
minutes
Hendricks.
ago.
Any further discussion?
No.
I thought I kept up with that pretty good, actually.
You're better than me.
Ms. Hurd?
Ms. Mel,
Aye.
Mr. Jones,
Yes.
Mr. Hawks,
Yes.
Mr. Grimes,
Aye.
Mr. Spurgers,
Aye.
Mr. Hawkins,
Yes.
Ms. Isby.
Yes.
That passes 7-0. Thank you, Dr. Peterson.
A comment before we move
Thank
on,
you.
not discussion, just a comment. Dr. Peterson, I appreciate the additional attention you guys have put into revitalizing the district, thank you, Shelley, to revitalizing the district. Good God. Say that again.
The village.
The village at Hendricks. We're big fans, excited to see good things happening out there. Thank you guys for the attention and excited to see what comes.
Thank you all very much for your support.
Thank you.
You know, every time you make fun of me blubbering a word, you get me.
Karma, it's karma.
You're saving him, right?
Mr. Hawkins?
Next item, Mr. Mayor, is an ordinance to approve the private club permit location 1050 Ellis Avenue for Roost and Tap LLC, DBA Roost and Tap Kitchen. And we have an ordinance to read for this item. It's ordinance O-2598.
Mr. Frost, are you here this evening?
He is.
Yeah, I saw,
He
yeah, I
is.
saw you back there. Come on up here. Hey, Charles.
Good.
Good evening. So yes, we're here, I'm here, requesting permission for private club permit, the location for Roost and Tap Kitchen. I think that we're gonna bring some good eats and good times to Conway, and I strive, one of my goals in life here recently, the last 10 years, I've been trying to bring experiences to my community, and this is my community, and this is another way I think I can do that. So that's my thoughts.
But we're excited for
We're
you.
glad you're doing this.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you very much. Can you talk about the food just a little bit?
Yes, yeah, most
don't mind.
definitely. So, we're doing something a little bit different. It's elevated comfort food. I would liken us to a Yardbird, if you've ever been to Dallas or Vegas, but slightly a little bit downscaled, not quite chef ran, but more chef inspired. Our goal is to keep our price point very affordable for that good mid-range. We want the college kids to come eat there. We want the young professionals to come there for happy hour. We want the business meetings. We want the families. We want the kids. We want everything, right? So we kind of shotgun approach on our menu. We've got everything from apple butter biscuits made from scratch to 24-hour fried bread and chicken. I'm working on a gumbo green recipe actually right now. We've got rotisserie chicken. We got steak, pastas, pork chop. Kind of a good little mix of things, as well as bowls and salads and other things that will be great for all walks of life. So there's something for everybody.
All right.
When are you opening?
So I think our JC says permit, it should be good by the 14th for remodel. So we're gonna do a remodel, bring in some kitchen equipment, hoping to be, he promised me that we will be open for Valentine's Day. He's quoting January, but he's saying before Valentine's Day, so you know what that means, somewhere in there. So
Excellent.
Great.
Yeah. Very good. Council, back to you.
Make a motion for adoption of the ordinance O-2598.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to adopt this ordinance to approve a private club permit for the Roost and Tap Limited Liability Corporation. Any further discussion?
I think y'all will be good neighbors, is what I think. I think this is
Yeah, they're
gonna
good
be.
people. Looking forward to
this is
that.
gonna be- This will be good for everybody.
borrowing a lot of sugar.
Ms. Hurd?
Mr. Grimes,
Aye.
Ms. Mel,
Aye.
Mr. Hawkins,
Yes.
Mr. Spurgers.
Aye.
Ms. Isby,
Yes.
Mr. Jones,
Yes.
Mr. Hawks.
Yes.
That passes 7-0. Look forward to it.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Hawkins?
Next item, Mr. Mayor, is a resolution to approve the lowest bid and enter into an agreement for the McNutt Road Sidewalk Addition for the Transportation Department. And come on in and tell us something good.
You're
Good
not,
evening,
you're not
yeah.
Kurt Jones.
No, not tonight. So we're finishing up a pedestrian improvement to the Dave Ward and the Hogan intersection.
Good.
And this project here will be a sidewalk that runs along the west side of McNutt down to Kennedy Lane along Clayton Homes. So, and we actually got 5 bids on this one this time, so hopefully that's the
wow.
new trend,
Good.
is that we get that many bids, and we're just asking that you approve the lowest bid, JCI, for $365,160.60.
JCI does good work.
was gonna say they do a lot of work for us. I'll make a motion for adoption of the resolution, and Ms. Hurd, I have it as 45, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, 2545.
Thank you.
Have a motion, a second, to approve this, resolution approving the lowest bid and entering into an agreement for the McNutt Road sidewalk addition for the Transportation Department. Any further discussion?
I'm sorry, go ahead, Andy.
Oh, you go ahead.
Just in appreciation, anytime we're adding sidewalks is great, making this more accessible and making it for easier for people to connect to Walmart. So appreciate you guys and the work here.
It's hard.
Quite a spread on the bids.
There was.
365 to over a
I-
half a
Well, I
million.
think what you see is the first couple are equipped to do most of the majority of the work.
Yeah.
Versus having to sub it out.
It's heard.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
That passes 7-0. Thank you, Jacob. Mr. Hawkins.
Next item, Mr. Mayor, is resolution to approve applying for funding for the Arkansas Historic and Preservation for the Planning and Development Department. And good evening.
Good evening, council.
We got good stuff coming.
Yeah, it's always good to find grant monies. So yeah, we have the opportunity to apply through the State Department of Parks, Heritage, and Tourism for the Certified Local Government Program. All of these projects have to be historic focused, and with your approval, we would like to apply this round for staff training and educational outreach. And so we will we'll print out some brochures for people living in the historic district.
This is a no match. That's even better.
Yeah.
Match, yes, sir,
Yeah.
yes.
I'll make a motion for adoption of the resolution.
Second?
I have a motion and a second to adopt this resolution approving the application for funding from the Arkansas Historic Preservation Program for the Planning Department. Any further discussion?
Just one more kind thing to say, for all the feedback we get online about how we spend our money, you guys don't get anywhere near enough recognition for finding ways to save our taxpayers' money and still improve the city. So thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Robbie does a great job. He does. Ms. Hurd.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
That's 7-0. Ms. Hurd. I'm sorry, Mr. Hawkins.
Next item, Mr. Mayor, is an ordinance to amend the zoning code for accessory dwelling units for compliance with Act 313 of 202. No, that can't be right. It must be 2020 something.
Act 313 of 2025 is what mine says.
Mine says 202. Thank you very
Mine
much
says
for that
25.
correction. Of 2025, and this is for the Planning and Development Department. And hi,
Hi.
what's up?
Well, I'm still thinking about those biscuits he was talking
I
about.
am too.
But in this little deal, we're asking for this ordinance to amend the zoning code from the last legislative session to bring us in compliance with state law. So now, if you can meet the qualifications, your lot coverage and all that kind of stuff, anybody can have an accessory dwelling behind their home now. 75% of the primary structure up to 1,000 square feet.
Motion to approve the ordinance.
Second?
Have a motion and a second to approve this ordinance to amend the zoning code for accessory dwelling units for compliance with Act 313 for 2025. Is that correct, Dan?
Yes.
Any further discussion? It's heard.
Mr. Hawks?
Yes.
Ms. Mel?
Aye.
Mr. Spurgers?
Aye.
Mr. Grimes?
Aye.
Mr. Hawkins?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Ms. Isby?
Yes.
That passes 7-0. You're going to be here for a minute, aren't you?
Just for a minute. Is that 99?
It is 99.
All right, Mr. Hawkins.
Next item, Mr. Mayor, is an ordinance 02587, amending the Conway zoning code for the purposes of building and lot coverage for the Planning and Development Department. And this is the second reading. Is that correct?
That is correct, and it is an ordinance amending the Conway zoning code 09454 as amended for the purposes of distinguishing between building coverage and lot coverage, remove duplicative requirements, address through other code sections and for other purposes. And just for clarification, the next meeting will be the third meeting.
Yes.
And we will
Act at that
act
time.
at that point. So if anybody wants to be heard,
Ms. Tucker, have you been getting any feedback, public feedback about any of this?
we have not gotten a single phone call, which was kind of shocking to me, but no, we haven't.
One little brief thing here, we've been notified that the public is having trouble hearing us tonight, so if
Okay.
everybody would speak into their mics. Mr. Hawkins.
The next item, Mr. Mayor, is amending the zoning code. This is a second reading as well of ordinance O-2588, amending the zoning code for the purposes of eliminating conflicts between Article 4 and Article 10. It's providing flexibility in parking requirements, simplification of language for the Planning and Development Department. And Ms. Tucker.
I think I got off my page there. Hang on just a second.
This is item B7.
Okay.
Hours.
I have skipped 80, 88, and 89. So would you
need
like to read
mine?
those? I don't have them with me.
I
Ms.
don't
Tucker?
have it. Ms. Isby has it. Got it too.
So for 88, an ordinance amending the Conway zoning code as amended for the purposes of eliminating conflicts between the Article 9 and Article 10, switching the contents of Article 4 with the contents of Article 9 for ease of reference, providing flexibility in parking requirements, simplification of language, and for other purposes.
And that is the second reading on that, and we will act on that item at our next meeting. Thank you, Ms. Tucker, for that. Next item, Mr. Mayor, is ordinance O-2589, amending the Conway zoning code, Article 10, clarifying site development review scope, process, and fee schedule for the Planning and Development Department. And again, this is the second reading only. Ms. Tucker, do you have that one?
I do.
Thank you.
Thanks to Ms. Isby. An ordinance amending the Conway zoning code 09454 as amended for the purposes of clarifying site development review scope, process, and fee schedule, providing flexibility and diversity in building material requirements, simplify language, and/or for other purposes.
That is the second reading on that ordinance as well, and we'll act at the next meeting. The final thing I have here, Mr. Mayor, is the second reading on another ordinance. The ordinance is O-2590. This is amending the Conway zoning code 13 as amended for the purpose of defining or redefining terms for the Planning and Development Department. And this is our second reading. Ms. Tucker, do you have that one?
I do. An
Very good.
ordinance amending the Conway zoning code 09454 as amended for the purposes of defining or redefining terms.
And that is the second reading for that one. We will have the third and final reading and action at our next meeting on those four particular items. Questions about any of that?
I just want to make sure the public knows that all of these recommended changes came out of a working group that met, how often? We
Oh,
met for quite a while.
I
Right,
think we had
with a broad group.
4 or 5 different meetings where everybody had input, people from the community.
Right,
And it was a public hearing at the Planning Commission.
Right.
It's public hearing here. So we've given everybody as much time and
Many
attention,
opportunities.
yes, as many opportunities as possible to weigh in on it.
and I think that the overall goal, which I think we've accomplished with this first piece, was to simplify, get rid of contradictions, and make it an easier process for anybody who's looking to develop in Conway.
Right.
I appreciate that committee. It's been a lot of work.
Yes.
Thank you, Ms.
Thank you.
Tucker. Thank you, Mr. Hawkins.
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor.
Next up, we have the Public Service Committee, and we have a resolution accepting and approving the use of grant funds from the United States Tennis Association for the Parks and Recreation Department. Mr. Thames, how's
Good
that little
evening,
one
everyone.
doing?
Do what?
How's that little one doing?
Oh, she's she's getting pretty energetic. But it's nice. It's nice. She's fun. So this is just accepting a grant in the amount of $3,000 from the United States Tennis Association to go towards purchasing some new equipment for the tennis center.
Make a motion for the adoption of the resolution R 2546.
Second?
Have a-
47?
47.
Oh, seven, sorry.
Second.
all right.
Yeah.
Have a motion and a second to approve a resolution accepting and approving funds for the use of grant funds from the United States Tennis Association for Parks and Rec. Any further discussion? Ms. Hurd.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
7-0. Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you.
Next, we have Public Safety Committee. First up is ordinance to appropriate reimbursement funds for the Conway Police Department. Is there anyone here that has not seen a picture of Chief Harris's mule deer? Because if you have not seen it,
Oh, we could put it up.
you're one of the few people in this world that has not seen a picture of it.
I'm not sure how I missed that.
Just saying, they want me to come back to Colorado and throw them out of hunt.
Chief?
Thank you. Yeah, we're just asking, most of these reimbursement funds are for off-duty work that our officers work. We're just asking that y'all approve it to put back in their respective accounts.
Make a motion for the adoption of the ordinance O 25-100.
Second?
Have a motion and a second to approve this ordinance to appropriate reimbursement funds for the Conway Police Department. Any further discussion? Ms. Hurd?
Mr. Spurgers?
Aye.
Mr. Grimes?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Hawkins?
Yes.
Mr. Hawks?
Yes.
Ms. Isby?
Yes.
Ms. Mel?
Aye.
That passes 7-0. Next is an ordinance to appropriate funds for Operation Shop Secure for the Conway Police Department. That's hard to believe it's that time of year
I
again.
know.
Chief?
Yes, so it is that time of year, and we just ask that you approve the funds so our officers can work security for the shopping center, so citizens of Conway as well as visitors to our city have a little extra security, extra peace of mind knowing that the officers are out riding around and going in stores and just being a presence.
I'll make a motion for the adoption of the ordinance O 25-101 and a comment to say thank you. I see them patrolling and I think it's a great thing for people to be able to come here to the city and feel safe.
I do too, thank you.
Second. All of the above.
Does this need to have an emergency clause?
It will, because it should start with, yeah, because it will need to, because we would like to start around
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
That be a proper use, Mr. Finkenbinder? Would Thanksgiving qualify us for an emergency?
Yeah, I mean, with that
Public
time
safety.
crunch, it's got to go into effect immediately in order for the chief to have the officers doing that job.
Just
Well,
wanting,
but-
just wanting to make sure.
Point of clarification here. It's not an, I don't I mean, if we're appropriating the money as an emergency that it's not like the police department doesn't have the money to pay it, right? And I heard Felicia saying something back there. Did you have commentary, Felicia?
That's what you get,
Oh,
talking out of turn.
thought you were telling us no emergency, but maybe all
Just fine.
right, maybe I just
Come
don't
up with a
understand. I'm good either way.
Okay, I will take a motion to suspend the rules.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to suspend the rules so that we can add the emergency clause. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes 7-0, so the emergency clause is in play. Now we'll go back to the original ordinance. We had a
I'll
motion.
make a motion for the ordinance O 25-101 with the addition of the emergency clause.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to appropriate funds for Operation Shop Secure for the Conway PD with the emergency clause. Any further discussion? Ms. Hurd?
Ms. Mel?
Aye.
Mr. Ledbetter, excuse me, Mr. Grimes?
Aye.
Mr. Hawks?
Yes.
Mr. Spurgers?
Aye.
Mr. Hawkins?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Ms. Isby?
Yes.
That passes 7-0. Next up, we have an ordinance to appropriate funds for
The
fuel.
emergency clause.
I'm sorry, what did I
Oh,
do?
emergency
emergency
clause.
I'm sorry, I got ahead of you, my bad.
I'm a little.
Put it on there.
Ms. Mel, the emergency clause?
Aye.
Mr. Grimes?
Aye.
Mr. Hawks?
Yes.
Mr. Spurgers?
Aye.
Mr. Hawkins?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Ms. Isby?
Yes.
Now we have that passing 7-0 too, so that is good. All right, next up is an ordinance to appropriate funds for fuel for the Conway Police Department. Chief?
So yes, we thought we were gonna make it. We were doing good. We got it through November, but we're a little short and just need money for December. So we average about 25,000 a month in fuel, so.
So I imagine this one will also need the emergency clause then, right?
Probably not.
We're good for November. So it'd be close. So I guess if we could, then.
Just
Because
keeping
actually,
with the
because our,
theme.
actually, I don't think so. I think we would pay our December bill in
So thi-
January.
Okay.
In
Yeah.
January, so we'd be good.
All right.
This is not an ordinance of a general or permanent nature, so it go into effect immediately.
Ah, okay. Say that again.
That's a new one on me. That's
I'm still learning.
Yeah, it's not an ordinance of a general or permanent nature, so it'll go into effect immediately.
Okay, because this is just, appropriation and not
Just a
changing
budget.
policy. Okay, understood.
okay.
And
Where
then
you get the big bucks.
next question, as we are deep into the throes of budget, if we ran short of what we expected, are we planning differently for next year?
So we do. I mean, we've had the same budget of fuel for the last several years. So I look. So I mean, we keep it the same because sometimes obviously gas goes up and gas goes down. So whereas last year I came in October because we were running out of gas money, and this year I thought we were going to make it. It depends on a lot of different things too. But to answer your question, yes, I can budget different. Like I said, it averages around $25,000 a month, which comes out right now. We've spent roughly our budget this year when November comes up.
Make a motion for the adoption of the ordinance 025-102.
Second?
I have a motion and a second to adopt this ordinance for fuel for Conway Police Department. Any further discussion? Ms. Hurd.
Ms. Isby?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Ms. Mel?
Aye.
Mr. Hawks?
Yes.
Mr. Grimes?
Aye.
Mr. Spurgers?
Aye.
Mr. Hawkins?
Yes.
That passes 7-0. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
So, all right. Next up, we have an ordinance appropriating funds for employee bonuses. Mr. Winningham, I'd like to ask you to step up here to help me explain this. This matches what we did last year. It's $1,000 for every full-time employee and $500 for our part-time employees. Mr. Winningham looked deep into this for us, and he can explain how we're going to fund it.
Yes, sir. We have interest earned on our rescue plan account. That's one of the accounts listed at the back of the financials that you ladies and gentlemen see every month. And for the rules around spending those funds, we don't have to spend the interest earned on rescue plan approved projects. It can be spent on any legitimate city expense. So to cover the bonuses this year, we're asking to spend that and save our,
That account,
in the
Just in the
account, it's a
interest-
little over $1 million.
just in the interest earned account, I'm sorry.
It's 800, it's on the ordinance.
Okay.
800.
814,
814,000.
1411.
As of the end of October. So it'll keep earning a little bit of interest until we fully spend that. But that was a good hard number I could give you for purposes of appropriation.
My next question was going to be what happens with what's left of that, which is going to be, $93,000 or so. It stays in that account and will continue to draw interest until we spend down the rest of it, at which point that interest can be transferred to the general fund and used for anything?
Correct. And the very next ordinance is going to spend some of it as well, if approved.
Right.
I'll make a motion for the adoption of the ordinance 025-103, and would also like to express that I am very fortunate or thankful that we were able to find this for our employees for Christmas, especially in the times that we're in right now.
And for our friends watching online, what this funds is an appreciation to all full-time employees in the net amount of $1,000 and all part-time employees in the net amount of $500. So, nice
Which is
little-
what we did last year, and I appreciate Ms. Isby. You would be surprised at the calls we get talking about how great our city employees are, and what kind of job they do. And I've said this years past, our employees that people see and work with, where the rubber meets the road every day, make the rest of us look good. Yeah. Thank you, Ms. Isby.
Mr. Winningham, when will this be paid to the employees?
I'm sorry, Felicia, when is that?
December the
December
12th.
12th. All right.
Okay,
Thank you.
Yeah, I believe that's the week before the employee appreciation party.
great. Thank you.
I'll second your motion.
We have a motion and a second appropriating funds for employee bonuses. Any further discussion? Ms. Hurd?
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Ms. Mill?
Aye.
Mr. Hawkins?
Yes.
Mr. Grimes?
Aye.
Mr. Spurgers?
Very happy eye.
Bisbee?
Yes.
Mr. Hawks?
Yes.
That passes 7-0. Just keep your spot there, Mr. Winningham. Next is an ordinance appropriating funds for longevity for pay for the city employees. As you recall, council, we talked to the fire department and told them that we would come back in November, funding permitting, to look at longevity pay. Conway PD already has it. And the money is there. I'll let Mr. Winningham explain that. But I would also like to include the rest of our city employees. Some of this funding will come from the street department, $25,000 for their department. $30,000 will come from the sanitation department. Correct me if I'm wrong here, Mr. Winningham. I think it's $187,000 total for the general fund, but the additional, just to add the rest of the city employees that are on the general fund, is $55,000. Is that correct? Or did I miss that?
It's already here.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't need to do any additional figuring.
But yeah, but what I'm saying is, I think fire's 132, PD's about 100,000. Of course, street and sanitation, enterprise funds will pick up theirs, but the additional to add the rest of our employees is around 55,000. Is that
Yes, sir,
correct?
that's correct.
Okay, that's all I want the council to know.
Yes. 132,000 is the estimated cost for longevity for the fire department, and then 55,000 to pick up the non-uniformed employees in the general fund for longevity.
So, Mr. Grimes, if July was step one, this would be step two, and not the final step, but step two.
Final step. The next step. And to clarify, for the people listening, and to make sure we're all on the same page, this begins at year 10, and it's $90 per year. So at year 10, it's $900. Year 11 would be $990, and it goes up as it can go.
Correct.
And it is, explain how it's paid out. One lump sum?
One lump sum, and unlike the bonuses, where the bonus, we say your check will be $1,000 if you're full-time, your check will be $500 part-time. Longevity pay, taxes are withheld, and related pensions are withheld. And that goes towards the employee's gross pay for the year.
So I am glad we're taking this next step.
Yes.
And I'm assuming by doing this, it becomes part of our ongoing budget. This is not a one-off that we
Correct.
look at every year. This is in the budget going forward. So this will be recurring.
Yes,
That
sir.
is correct, Mr. Grimes. Thank you.
That is correct. And just to clarify for anybody watching at home, for this first go-round, we have rescue plan funds that had previously been obligated for drainage projects. All of our drainage projects are now complete, so we're asking to reallocate those drainage funds over for this to cover this first payment of it to the fire and non-uniformed employees. And then 2026 and ongoing, it will be part of just the general budget.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion for the adoption of the ordinance 025-104.
Second?
I have a motion and a second to approve this ordinance appropriating funds for longevity pay for all city employees. Any further discussion?
Just to, well, I've got this in my brain right. You're proposing to move money from a drainage account?
Mhm.
Payroll. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. So
Money from the drainage account came from where?
our rescue plan
funds, yeah.
Rescue fund.
allocation, yes, sir.
So this doesn't have anything to do with any past votes
No, sir.
or anything? We're not, okay.
No,
Thank you
sir.
very
No,
much.
sir. And-
You've answered my question.
Now, this is actually our interest that we made on our rescue funds, and that money can be used anywhere in the city.
Make sure we weren't using something in.
Yes, sir. I
way
appreciate
we
that.
couldn't
Yeah,
use.
absolutely.
It's funds obligated for drainage and also the interest earned on that account since we've had it.
Any further discussion? Ms. Hurd?
Mr. Spurgers?
Aye.
Mr. Hawkins?
Yes.
Ms. Mill?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Hawks?
Yes.
Ms. Isby?
Yes.
Mr. Grimes?
Aye.
That passes 7-0, and I appreciate y'all doing that for employees, council. And finally, the last is an ordinance appropriating funds for the Conway Emergency Shelter. Miss Felicia.
So we are asking that you guys appropriate some of the interest funds left in the ARPA account to the shelter. The shelter was part of the original ARPA listing that we did for the shelter. And so with the upcoming winter warming station, we would like to ensure that the overnight emergency shelter is able to operate, especially throughout the winter months, with the uncertainty of some of their funding, federal funding that they have. And so we're just asking to use the interest because the shelter was already built into the ARPA project listing. So
Make a motion to ordinance?
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve this ordinance appropriating funds for the Conway Emergency Shelter. Any further discussion? It's heard.
Mr. Grimes?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Ms. Mel?
Aye.
Mr. Spurgers?
Aye.
Mr. Hawks?
Yes.
Ms. Isby?
Yes.
Mr. Hawkins?
Yes.
That passes 7-0. Council, that's all we have tonight. Just a reminder that we have early voting beginning tomorrow at the Faulkner County Courthouse. That's the only early voting location between 8 a.m. and 4:30. Then Election Day is 1 week from today. That is all I have for tonight. I will take a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
We are adjourned. Thank you, council.
Oh,